Hey guys, back again. Working on another international. This one is a Maxxforce 9, and we're doing the breather, the crankcase breather. Now, this may look easy to get to on the phone, but it is definitely not. The easiest way to do this is to remove this bottom coolant line right here, and it goes into your oil cooler. Make sure to put a new O-ring when you put it back together. Clean your surface really well before you put the new one on, but you're gonna fight this. You're gonna fight this a lot. Okay, there's 6 bolts, and the top 2 bolts are the hardest to get to. You can't get a socket in there. I use a 10mm wrench and barely work it a couple clicks until you get the bolts out. It takes a while. This is a job nobody wants to do, so I'm doing it. Here's our new one. So where the back bolts up, and we have a gasket kit with new bolts. Got the breather line up top, and the blow-by-tube on this blow-by-tube on the side here. This just runs down. You can put a hose on here just to kind of give it a stretch away from everything up top, so it won't make such a mess when they do start leaking, because they will eventually start leaking, especially if you don't change your oil like you should. It's a really horrible design, and I hate these. The Max 13 is a lot easier to change than the Max 9 and 10. But anyway, this is it. This was $695. Here's our old one. I don't know if you can see all the oil that's down in there, but this one was leaking horribly. I'll show you. That's how much it was leaking. Just a horrible, horrible mess. Now, I have other things I have to replace in the back there. There's an oil filter. The oil filter leaks a little bit, and right above that there's an oil line from the turbo that leaks a little bit, so that has to be changed. But everything basically in front of this oil cooler was all that. Pretty substantial. And there's some other leaks on the truck. The rear yoke seal I have to do, but just wanted to show you that crankcase breather. Really, really horrible design. And these trucks, actually, you have to replace them quite often. About every 100,000 miles they go bad, especially if you're not changing your oil correctly. Even faster. That's what I've found. If anybody has any solutions to these leaking, give me a heads up. I know you can take them apart and clean them, but I'd rather just replace it. You know, you're going to this much work, I'd rather just replace it than take it apart and clean it. So, anyway, Maxxforce 9.